Welcome to WagerTalk Today, the gold standard of sports betting shows where we talk the talk and walk the walk. And a shout out to Bruce, who in our chat yesterday talked the talk and walked the walk. Bruce, your free play hit yesterday. Nerfy on the Phillies and the Padres. So Bruce, if you're watching, give us another one. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2. Dan, come on in here. We got a loaded card. What do we got for today?
Yeah, and as you see, as I threw Yanni on the screen before we were ready for him, it's a Thursday, right? It feels like a Monday. We're here, we're rocking. Yeah, shout out to Bruce. The record-setting night for one Christopher Sanchez. He was dialed in on, got the nerfy. So we're going to give away a winner who backed Bruce in the comments yesterday. So we appreciate that. We're going to get you your WagerTalk Today play of the day coming your way here in just a minute. Yanni is back. That is right. Stay tuned because just a few minutes from now, Yanni the Greek is here talking the Steam report. Eastern Conference is set. We didn't know that since the last time we talked with Yanni. So Eastern Conference, we know it's going to be the Knicks. What are we seeing in the West? What are we seeing in the future market? And what are we seeing in a small but mighty MLB card? What are we seeing in NHL? All the market moves Yanni's got for you in just a minute. Then Joe Ranieri, the man who just refuses to lose in NBA. He's going to be here talking that Western Conference final game 6. And then we're going to talk 2 MLB games with him, Blue Jays, Orioles, Cubs, Pirates. But Andy, minute into the show here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's give the folks a WagerTalk Today play of the day. And we're going to the Association of the Women's Variety this evening, Andy.
Yeah, I've got a 4% best bet that I love that's up in the NBA for the game tonight. So don't want to give away that one. And we just recorded the prop line where I gave you a same game parlay in that game. So there's plenty of information out there what I think of the NBA game. But we're going to go to this one. This has been a goodie this year. And we're going to go with Veronica Burton over 1.5 made threes. We're getting plus money. This is a great price on this. She's been fantastic. 4 straight games. She's gone over 5 out of 6. I love the volume that she's getting. She's averaging 5 per game, 5 shot attempts per game. Even last game, she only played 17 minutes. She got in foul trouble early, and then there was a blowout late, so she didn't play much in the second half. She still got over this 1.5. She's shooting 49% from threes. The Fever gave up 52% on three-point shooting in their last game out. I don't trust the perimeter defense of the Fever. And what do you know? Caitlin Clark, game-time decision. What a surprise. What a surprise. She may or may not play, becoming the most brittle person in the league, and it's getting frustrating. But the play of the day, Veronica Burton, we mentioned this play on the show last time she played, and going right back to it. If you're shooting 49% and you're getting you're shooting 49% from behind the arc, and I'm getting plus money, hell yeah, it's the play of the day.
I love it, Andy. And I was wondering, do we get to count Bruce's play of the day as a win? That would be 20-13 on our play of the days. We'll just call it we're 1-0 on the WagerTalk viewer play of the days. We have that golf play that we locked in that won't be graded till this weekend. So we sit at 19-13. But
no,
thanks to Bruce, we still cashed one.
We're sitting at 20-13. That's a win. I mean,
I bet.
We gave away a 3-day pass. A bunch of people bet it. Of course, it's the play of the day. Yeah.
All right. I love it. And then we get a bonus play of the day because essentially we got the one that'll get graded this weekend, our golf 4% that we gave away for free yesterday. So I love it. Thank you, Bruce. 20-13 on the play of the day. You love it. You love to see it. Andy, we got so much to get into, man. Like I mentioned, you got your specials up that we're going to talk about in just a few. We just lost Yanni there. So I'm sure he'll be back here in just a minute. So this is what happened when I bring him on too early. Yeah, we'll let folks know that Logan was the winner, man. Well done, Logan.
I love Logan. Logan has watched the prop line basically since the beginning. He always comments. So yeah, when I saw Logan played the Nerfy yesterday, you're absolutely the winner, Logan. So congratulations and thank you again, Bruce. So all right,
and I see Andy, real quick, I see in the comments here we got a parlay question. So NYC born, stay tuned. Andy and I will break down our thoughts on your parlay that you dropped there in the chat here in just a few, because we can't wait. Yanni the Greek, as aforementioned. Yanni, how we doing, brother?
Never better. And shout out to my man Block. Love you, bro. I'm going to give 2 premiums just for you in baseball that I just released to subscribers. You're getting them now. All Compliments of my man Block. Now, with that said, I'm in a good mood and a bad mood at the same time. Great mood because I woke up, logged into my IBKR account, and stock market is just doing really good by me. It's a perfect example of make good trades and the rest will take care of itself. The companies that I've invested in, I can't even explain to you half the things what they do. Most of them I don't even know. I'm given a name. I'm told to chart it. What's a good entry? And that's all I do. Just make good trades. But here's the problem. Sometimes you could do that and still make a mistake. And this is where I'm in the bad mood. Because yesterday I had a 4% on Baltimore. I log into one of the accounts. It's the dime account. They give me a dime. And on that account, I clicked the wrong side. I hit Tampa instead of Baltimore. So instead of winning 1,000, I lost 1,000 through them. So that's a $2,000 swing. Like that, as a sports bettor, that stings more than anything else. Like I don't mind getting blown out. I could lose a bet and I shake it right off. But when I cost myself money from mistakes, that bothers me more than anything. Even though it was an overall like winning day, that stings a little bit going into today. But small board, but we have a lot to get to because we have possible more or less elimination game in the NBA and some early baseball, Andy, to get to. So wherever you want to go, brother, I'm ready for you.
All right, let's start with MLB. And by the way, Yanni, we have all accidentally bet the wrong side, and it is 100%. And well, it's 100% certainty you lose. You never win those. You never accidentally click the wrong team.
I was saying that this morning. There is, in fact, over the last 12 months, I do remember one time that I did make that mistake where I was like, wow, how did that account go up? And I'm like, damn, I clicked the wrong button. But I swear to you, it's a 10-to-1 ratio at least. Like for every 10 times I screw up, that one mistake actually goes in my favor. So yeah, you got to just focus. That's the key.
Or if I forget to bet something, that's a 100% at lock. Like, hey, we'll run our bet and go in there. Like, where is it? Oh, I forgot to bet it. Yeah.
That happens.
So, well, we got a light MLB card. A lot of early games. I think only one late. So let's talk MLB. What do you see? The good pitching matchups. Pretty solid card.
Yeah. Here's what I can tell you. Overnight, okay, LA and Detroit gets hit under 9.5 under nines. Take out that key number of 9. But this is what I love. When I see a follow through and my power ratings reflect that same. So as a premium, I released this morning, probably about right before I jumped on, about 10 minutes before I jumped on. I went under 8.5, good to minus 120, LA Detroit. And I went under 4.5 in the first 5, same thing. So I got a 3% on the game and a 3% on first 5, both on the under. Qualify as 4% plays. I'll be straight. I like, I keep it real. I bet them personally as 4%, but I manage risk as properly as possible for my subscribers. Like, so for them, I'm even a little more conscious and a little more risk avoidance. So with that said, I fired 3% under 8.5 and under 4.5, where usually I would let that go when I know that it's come off that key number of 9. But this really set well with my power ratings that already had the 8 under favored. Now, 956, White Sox, minus 130, 135, and 140. Most of that was done overnight because then this morning, a different group came in and took the White Sox. So you have a difference of opinion with betting syndicates, but at different numbers. And again, White Sox minus 130, 135, great bet. Minnesota plus 145, arguably also a good bet. Because I see some now around 140s. I even see a low 135. Then they took Boston, 962, Boston plus 125. And there's a buy order on Baltimore. If you look at the screen, it seems opposite. You'll probably conclude, oh, there's some sharp money on Toronto. Maybe. But what I can tell you is I have a buy order on Baltimore at minus 120. So there's a sharp plus EV baseball bettor that if I could get him down on Baltimore minus 120, that's the side that he wants. That's pretty much it so far in Major League Baseball. Again, small board, couple games early. We'll see if anything else comes in, but that's pretty much it so far. And the only premiums that I've released as of now is that total, the under 8.5 and the under 4.5 in the LA and Detroit. Hopefully we start off the day with a winner or two winners.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to pull it up here. I wanted to check and see this. Yeah, your Tampa Bay Rays are falling back to earth.
Yeah,
they got out in front of that one. I'm glad I jumped off the bandwagon when I did on that one. But yeah, losers of 4 straight. You called it.
and when I say this, people think I'm crazy. When I say, dude, when the season ends, I would bet right now, if you gave me even money, if you gave me plus 105, I would bet that Tampa Bay wins below 57%, that they don't get the 92 wins. I would bet that they don't get the 92 wins. I really would. A lot of these teams, I'm telling you, will come back to earth. Right now, as of today, the projections, because I just got them updated yesterday, still only one team projected to win more than 60% of their games. That's the LA Dodgers. We have them winning 102. Nobody else expected to win over 60%. The next highest win percentage is the New York Yankees at 58, winning exactly 94 games. And then the Atlanta Braves winning 92 point something. So they're about 57, right around 57. So that's where it sits without even looking at where the standings are in Major League Baseball this morning. That's what our power ratings show. So those teams come back there. We talk about it all the time. Nobody wins that high of a clip like they do early on. And that's the difference. And it carries over in other sports where you see, like in the NFL, in college football, or even in college basketball, where a team will get hot and outperform. They'll outperform their metrics, but you can't do that forever. Like, you can't sustain it. You can't defy probability forever. And baseball is the perfect example of that, where it's the closest thing we have to eliminating randomness in a season. You know what I mean? They give us 162 games for that to happen. And usually the cream ends up rising to the top. And the top means 55, 67%. We know that.
What's the opposite of come back to earth? Because the American League West does not have a team over 500. the team leading the division is like 20.
Join us on Earth. Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. So what are we seeing in this big game in the NBA tonight? Any big, strong opinions?
Real quickly on that before we get to the NBA game, yes, as far as the West, Seattle will win close to 55% of their games. They will get to 80, close to 90 wins. When it's all said and done, they'll get close to 90 wins, Seattle. And Texas will be behind them. Texas will win above 50%. The rest, the Athletics, Houston, LA, none of them are going to crack 50%. In fact, LA won't crack 40%. LA is going to win about 63 games. You know, they'll be, 63 and 98, whatever that comes out to, 97. But you will get Seattle and Texas above 500. And that's also a great way to approach it. Teams that people are overlooking, or that they at least suck on paper right now, but should improve. And by improve, it doesn't mean they're going to become winning teams. But when you're only winning 20% of your games and you finish winning 30% of your games, there's a lot of opportunities in that to find some value. Now, NBA tonight, we have an elimination game. So let's talk history first. Historically, we know that teams in this spot, exactly like Oklahoma City is, where they are up now in the series. Let me just get the latest number to make sure. Oklahoma City, a team up 3-2. In this exact situation, it's only happened 5 times, where they've lost game 1 at home, won the next 2 games, then lost the game, then won a game, and now they're playing on the road. They're 3-2 straight up. So 60% of the time they've won that game tonight. But it's a very small sample size. Here's the scary thing for Oklahoma City. When they've lost this game, they've lost the series historically, like in this round. a team that's played it like this. So this is a big game for Oklahoma City. Now, in all of the playoff rounds, a team up, 3-2 in the NBA, they do win this game more often than not. They end the series more often than not in game 6. And again, when they don't, they're still live. But in this round, it hasn't been the case, which kind of makes sense because, again, when you get to this round in the finals, you're playing the elite. It's not like the first round or the second round where there's dominance. There's not too much dominance. These teams aren't too far apart from each other. So, it's kind of expected. Like if they could take you to a game 7 and the pressure switches, I can see why a team like the Spurs, if they win tonight, can go into Oklahoma City and get it done in a game 7. Why it's happened? Because they're not power rating wise, they're not really that far behind. They're neck and neck. So as far as this game, I haven't seen any sharp money at all. Now, as far as the total, again, this has happened every single night. So I will say, yes, the over opener did attract some kind of sharp money because it went up right away from 218 to a 19.5, what have you. But I haven't seen any follow through. I haven't seen any in any accounts that I have access to or anyone that I trade info with. Nobody has told me that they bet the over for themselves or for someone. Now, again, the line reflects that the over got money, but I've been seeing that every single night where sharp bettors get out ahead of the public, the line moves significantly on the total, and then before game time, they come back and bet the under. And most times it doesn't even appear on your odds screen because, it happens off screen and it happens late. So be careful, again, drawing conclusions off those total line moves. The side just hasn't moved. The public's on San Antonio. No surprise. They want to see a game 7. And series-wise, it's not like San Antonio hasn't had success against Oklahoma City. They're playing at home also. So big game for San Antonio tonight, and they are getting the money, and the over is getting bet as well. Even those that are taking Oklahoma City are parlaying it or teasing it with the over.
Oh yeah, there we go. Nothing can go wrong with those NBA playoff money lines. Those are locks, baby.
Okay, so before we move, can I just say something? I see the craziest. I'm rarely on social media, but when I do, I can't believe like the sports betting stuff that's out there. There was some. I don't want to call anyone out particularly, but they're promoting trends like, where was that? The Brewers Wednesday hammer. Okay. The Brewers are 12-1 when favored between -140 and -160 at home on a Wednesday. Are you fucking serious, bro? Are you serious?
I'm more laughing at Wednesday hammer.
So I have to find them. I have to wait till it's Wednesday.
Only bets Wednesdays.
Hope that the Brewers are only laying between 140 and 160 because it's 12-1 in that spot. I'm pretty sure that's going to get at one point, that trend is going to be 30-30. At one point, or it's going to be like 40-67. The 12-1 is not going to last, bro. I promise you. The 12-1 will not last. Sorry, I just had to share that because I don't understand how anything how that has to do with anything. The other thing was like when playing against a left-handed pitcher after a Tuesday or some shit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Again, trends could be valuable when there's a fundamental reason why the trend should continue. But the fact that a team does something on a Wednesday, and even though they play every day, it's different if you tell me it's an NFL game, they do it on a Sunday. Okay, that's when they play. But you tell me about an MLB game on a Wednesday, can't have it. Sorry.
The only one that
I get that out of my system. Sorry, boys.
The only one that actually was a thing last year was the Dodgers were terrible on Sunday because they would sit guys. Like that.
Yeah, see, that makes sense. But there's a fundamental reason why that should continue. The starters aren't playing.
And the books really wouldn't adjust that much. And it was like you were always getting plus money on the Dodgers. So anyway, UFC is this weekend. We got UFC Macau, starts at 4 a.m. There's a lot of favorites that I like. I got a 5% best bet that I absolutely love. I'm forcing myself to be patient with this card. What are we seeing so far?
Oh man,
early?
I'm gonna have you text it to me because I'm having a little trouble on this card. I'll tell you right now. I bet Kai Asakura. I laid the chalk. I sent it to subscribers, only 3% play because it's up to it was minus 280, 290. But this is a fight set up for him to win this fight. I don't mean it like it's a setup. What I mean is he's moving up to bantamweight. If you remember, as soon as he got to the UFC, they gave him a title shot. He hadn't fought a single minute in the UFC, but they gave him a title shot against Pantoja because of what he had done in his career at one. And everyone knows just how good Kai Asakura is. He just wasn't in his right weight class at the UFC level. And he got subbed against Elliott in his last fight, moving up in weight. They're giving him Cameron Smotherman, who's coming off back-to-back decision losses. Got one win in the UFC against, Jake Hadley, who, 1-3 in his last 4. Again, I just think it's an easy fight for Kai in this weight class where he won't be like the cut won't be so hard on him. Like you'll see that skill set we got to see when he was younger at flyweight. So I like that for you parlay bettors that want to add a leg. I like that favorite. And a dog that I'm telling you, be careful in the co-main event, Alonzo Benefield. Both these guys are coming off not their first. Zhang's coming off his first UFC loss. Menifield's coming off one of multiple UFC losses, but both coming in off of knockout losses. They both got knocked out. Now, Zhang should be the favorite. Well, because he's younger, obviously, trajectory of careers. But if this gets out of the first round, it becomes a coin flip, and you're going to be holding your breath. And even in that first round, Menifield's got power to get Zhang out of there. Like if he lands, he can get Zhang out of there. So I think this is a very dangerous fight to lay that much chalk on. I think other than the age, the big disparity in age, I'd be on it already. But I'm real close to firing a premium on Alonzo Benefield.
I couldn't disagree more. I love Zhang in that
go
matchup.
Right through him.
Yeah, I do. Menifield's got knocked out 3 times. His chin's gone. Used to be durable. Used to have cardio, but all that's fine. I'll tell you a guy who absolutely sucks is this Yi-Sak Lee. That guy's awful. This card is over in Macau. That's why this guy has no business being near a UFC ring. His opponent is on Contender Series and was on all the vitamins. We'll just say that. Yeah, Yi-Sak Lee's terrible. So, but I digress. He is really. I did tape study. I was like, oh my god, this guy get his ass whooped. Oh, he can get his ass whooped on Contender Series for sure. Yeah, go look up his fights. You'd be like, why is this guy fighting? Oh yeah, it's over in Asia. I get.
And
it,
I think Gurulé making that quick turnaround. I saw a couple guys talking about how, he's coming off his first win. He's parlay that into another win. He's a live dog. I don't think this is a good matchup for him against Soroya. I know it's also short notice for Soroya as we're training for somebody else. But I don't think this is a great matchup for Gurulé. And he won for me in his last fight. But
I agree.
I see him here.
Soroya all day for sure in that one. So,
okay.
What do you have up for everybody on Thursday, Yanni?
The Steam sheet is up, and I put the NBA bet in there. Guys, again, I may confirm a 2-pack, where I have the sign and the total because later in the day, a lot of good later in NBA stuff. But I already knew what I was going to be on, sent that out to subscribers. So I said, let me use that for the Steam sheet since there's not a lot going on today. Little baseball's in there also. I do have my UFC package up. 2 plays are in there. I'm actually doing my UFC notes today over the next couple hours and go over each fight with an originator that I talk with. So I will be adding to that package. That's why I was able to share what's already in there. So that'll be up. And again, we'll be grinding throughout the weekend. We've had a really good last 7 days, but what matters is what we do over the next 7 days. So hopefully that's some damage ahead, boys. Oh, and real quickly, if you check on my Twitter, which is no longer Greek_Gambler, it's Greek_Gambler_. No, Yanni the Greek _ forgive me. Yanni the Greek _ put out a little video out there, just a little tease. There is live stream coming. That's going to be a lot of fun. So a lot of good things ahead, man. But best luck this weekend. Best luck on your 5%. And hope we do some damage. Let's get this game under this morning and start off with 2 winners.
All right. Yanni the Greek bringing the heat on Thursday.
Made it extra large there for him, Andy. I made it extra large so people could see Yanni the Greek _. Appreciate you, Yanni. Good luck, man.
I think in honor of that segment, Yanni's not on Wednesday, but can we call the play of the day on Thursday the Thursday Hammer?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
I'll try and come up with some
weird
ass.
Yeah, in case people missed it at the top, we'll call our play of the day. This is the Thursday Hammer right here.
This is the Thursday
play of the day.
Yes.
Thursday Hammer. Veronica Burton. I
can't wait to make the video drop for this one. This is going to be a lot of fun. Bruce.
My favorite comment was David goes, "It'll be 12-2 when I bet it." And that is how it always goes.
It is how it works. Bruce is going for 2-2. He's going with the Spurs team total over 110.5. Bruce hit your Nerfy. Got you guys a Nerfy winner yesterday. So Bruce is going for 2-2. Likes the Spurs team total over 110.5. So if we want to ride with Bruce and his play, takes plums, takes onions to throw up a play of the day, hit it, and come back for more. He could have just walked it off.
I like it.
Be like, I'm 1-0
into the sunset. No,
yes.
he's going for it all. He's going for it all. Andy, speaking of going for it all, what do we got rocking? I know we got that 5% that you alluded to there that we love in the UFC. Probably grab that sooner rather than later because line's already moving in our favor there, Andy. So tell folks what else we got rocking. WT.buzz/AL.
Yeah, so this is the 4th leg of our ladder challenge. I put the bet in. Now we're dealing with some money here.
Oh, so that's why the line moved. Thanks a lot, Andy.
Yes. No, I'm not moving UFC lines. No chance. I'm moving UFC lines.
I'm joking.
5% UFC play that goes off early Saturday morning. I will be doing a live show at 4 a.m. so we can watch the fights and live bet.
Crazy, Andy.
It's
You're
nuts.
insane.
We have a 4% NBA best bet that is up tonight, along with 2 WNBA plays. So we got 3 basketball plays tonight. 6-4 to start the WNBA season. 21-10, I believe, on the 4% best bets. I know we're at plus 34, 35 units on the 4% NBA best bets in the playoffs. They've been money. We hit the one on Tuesday. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on $5 Tuesday. We roll it into tonight, and it is not the same play as it was on Tuesday. It is not. So, yeah, this is great. This is great. I'll eat the same thing for breakfast.
Like
on Thursday.
Got to turn it into a trend, Andy. Got to turn it into a trend.
Absolutely. Couple things. Cashing Ticks asked, am I going to be breaking down bare knuckle? Yes, we have a bare knuckle card in the middle of Saturday. It is on these bets are on FanDuel now. That way I can release them to clients. So we will have bare knuckle plays. I will go over bare knuckle tomorrow. They're not up on FanDuel yet. They're on the off screens, but yes, there will be a bare knuckle breakdown. And yes, I will be doing a live stream, Dan, starting at 4 a.m. all the way through bare knuckle. Bare knuckle starts at 2 p.m.
Dude, you're number one, you're insane. Number two, when you do your live streams, don't you guys typically like try something? Like, are you going with like a breakfast food that will be the sampling? Like what are you doing at 4 a.m.? Is it 4 a.m. mimosas, Andy? What is going on?
No, you just go. I'm a lunatic. I have 3 different beverages. I have my hot water with lemon, mushroom, honey, cayenne, and turmeric. Then I have my room temperature water, and then I have my iced coffee. So I will just be doing that routine.
Jesus Christ. You
I
have
know.
a fucking bedpan under you while you're talking? Christ.
No. I need to hydrate early in the day. So, John is already talking about, I was going to bring it up. It is chaos at the French Open. The heat is really, really affecting players, and we lost Sinner. Sinner was 1 game away from advancing, and he has melted in the past when it gets hot. I worry about the health of that guy. When it gets hot, this guy falls apart, like literally cannot move. And so he got waxed. And you just go down the list. It's canceled games. I would just say, be careful, guys. If you're trying to bet the French Open, be careful. And there are some really good live betting opportunities. So I'm sticking to doubles. We have a 3-leg parlay. We hit the first 2 legs this morning. The other one goes tomorrow. So just be very careful. These guys are, men and women are just, there's canceled, there's retirement. So careful with the French Open. So, all right, let's bring in Joe Ranieri, and we have a monster game tonight, setting up for one of the biggest games of the year. So, Joe, first off, happy Thursday, and how are you?
Doing well, guys. It's those were some trends you guys were throwing out, man. I was trying to write them down. Was it teams with more than 4 letters in the name that play
Yes.
on a Thursday, but it has to be an odd day? There was a lot of trends working out in those, and the thing people actually put that out into the universe is a little odd. Very odd.
Find your play and then make a handicap that supports it is what people love doing. Find your play first and then find the stats that make it sound good, right?
It's almost like they're making shit up. I'm just saying. It's almost like they have absolutely no idea what they're talking about, and they're just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. And somebody in the comments is like, wow, I had no idea that Thursdays could be that profitable for a team after 2:00 in the afternoon, but before 3:00. Very strange.
Well, they're fun to talk about, but you shouldn't be betting your money with it. Like, that's an interesting stat. That is very fun. But
Great.
you don't use it as a handicap. But all right. Well, let's talk about this game tonight. Spurs.
Yes, if I had
Thunder.
the next 6 Powerball numbers, that would be interesting too. But I can't sit here and tell you that 23's come in, I don't know, 7 times over the last 8 years. Like, you got, no, stop it. Stick with things that can actually make you money, not with anything with hammer in the headline. You should automatically just scroll past anyway. Like anybody using hammer this, hammer, like, no, absolutely not.
So this is funny. All my 5% plays are called Hammer Time. It has been since I got here.
That's true, though. That's true.
Talk.
I remember that now, and that's true. It's all yes.
I did it one time, and then it just kind of stuck because it sticks out. Like we're the only one that uses it, but now I gotta change it because I'm getting.
And he's like, now they're gonna come up with next.
Yeah, but mine do well. I'm not. They're real plays. Like they're not.
And you have actually real data that supports it, and not random shit that
and
just
results.
you pulled out of nowhere. Unreal.
Andy, we'll switch it from the hammer. It'll be Andy's 5% screwdriver. Let's screw the books. All right, we'll just switch tools.
Just make it a jackhammer, Andy. Nobody will know. You just go, man. Just fuck jackhammer it. Let's go. Come on.
I'll ask AI. I'll have AI, like everything. I'll have AI do it. All right. Spurs and Thunder. We got Spurs at home as a 3.5-point favorite. Check your books. Over under 219.5. Where do you land at on breaking down this game?
So I've been looking this morning on the predictor markets to find out whether or not there is any market on if Wembayama will actually show up at the podium after this game, win or lose, because there seems to be some. Apparently, he only shows up if he wins, and the NBA only slaps a very sternly worded email, a big warning from the. Meanwhile, Dylan Brooks and Jimmy Butler get $25K like an envelope, like just stuff the cash in here if you don't talk to the media afterwards. But not Wemby. No, Wemby is he gets a free pass here. Well, that's all fine and dandy as long as Wemby shows up here tonight and delivers a win. Because if he doesn't, that's going to be one hell of an awkward press conference after the game here tonight. And you got to wonder if it wasn't for the craziness there, in game 1? Is this series already over? Because it feels like Thunder have won 3 of the last 4 now, and it feels like anything that the Spurs are doing doesn't seem to be working out all that well. I think the whistle is going to play a huge role in what happens in this game here tonight. I will say this. The Thunder, over the last 2 years, they're 1-5 in closeout games on the road. This is not a great spot for them. This has never been a great spot for this team when they try to go out on the road. At home, different animal here. But they've done well on the road this playoffs, I believe, 5-1 on the road here. So if you're going to send everyone to the line, if we're going to have, 35, 40 free throws here for the Thunder, it's going to be rough. So I think the whistle's going to play a big role, but Wemby can't rely on going to the line to score points. It's got to be a team effort. But again, this is where experience comes in, Andy, and I've been saying it all along. You gotta lose in order to learn how to win, right? And OKC has a year under their belt. Never once in this series have I looked at OKC and went, wow, they're losing it. They're coming unglued. I've said that about the Spurs. The Spurs have at times looked like a deer caught in the headlights, but OKC has never looked like that. That's because that's experience. I would not be shocked if the Thunder win this game, but it has been correlated, Andy. When the Thunder win, the game goes over because they're taking 9 million free throws. If they lose, guess what happens to that total? It goes under. So my suggestion would be here tonight, if you think the Thunder are winning this game, I would look at the over. If you think San Antonio wins it, their path is simple. Eliminate the Thunder's ability to get to the free throw line and stop turning the ball over, and the game lands under, Andy.
I love that trend. I think you're 100% right. Did you see at the end of the last game when they brought in Plumlee and was it?
Oh yeah, they sent the thugs out there. Yeah,
they hammered Jared.
The craziest part is, who knew Bismack Biyombo was still in the damn league? Like, I had no idea he was even still playing, and he's out here just, he's out here throwing body blows here. So yes, but again, back to my point. One team handled the moment well. The other team looks like they're coming unglued here.
All right. Well, Dan, I'll let you take it from here. We got some MLB games to break down.
Yeah, and Joe, you don't understand how close you came to having to see Prez for a second time today. Andy and I did he literally messaged us and he goes, hey, when Joe's on, I got a 5%er tonight. Can I come on and interrupt Joe? And we had to send him the wrong link. So Prez is somewhere thinking he's about to jump on a show, Joe. Yes. He has no clue where he's going. So I staved you off. Best betting show will be coming today, but I had your back on that.
Because I didn't have to just deal with him for an hour on that show. Didn't have to just exactly. So just what I want is now the Prez jumping in here after the entire 45 minutes was about his 5% play. So
yeah, and here's my thing, Joe, and we'll talk Toronto Blue Jays, Baltimore Orioles here in a second. We'll also talk Cubs and Pirates. But my thing is, I'm like, Prez, I love you, buddy. But why would I have you come on Wager Talk today when Joe is rocking a 5%er? He's gone 5-1 on the 5%ers. So Joe, tell folks about that, what they got over your page, and then we'll talk some baseball.
I almost forgot I had a 5%er because I've heard about is the Prez having a 5% play. And to listen, to his credit, he's been absolutely crushing it here. But he's not the only one, because we're on a 13-3 run right now in the postseason. We're up 36 units here. We've been killing it, 5-1 in 5%, max bets here in the postseason. We do have one here tonight in this game. I love the play, love the angle, and the market is dictating what this play is. So I think there's a great opportunity there. That, along with Major League Baseball, we're on a great all sports run right now too as well. Now would be the time to head on to over. But Prez has got a 5% play too, guys, if you haven't heard. So there you go. It's definitely available as well.
Yeah, you can get Prez at WT.buzz/JR. Figure that out.
That's correct. Yes, you can get it. Absolutely. Yeah, you want mine anyway. Yes.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's talk. These are even though it's like a small MLB card, I had to, Andy. I had to do it. But even though it's a small MLB card, man, there's some really good matchups here on today's card. You got two of them to talk about here. We'll start with Blue Jays Orioles. I know you have to make a favorite in this game. Both of these teams finally seeming to trend in the right direction. Orioles off a big win, but Chris Bassett has over a 130 favorite. That gets a little head scratching for me, Joe. How are you looking at this one?
Well, I mean, the first thing I say is you're like, oh, man, it's Patrick Corbin, right? But Corbin's actually been somewhat decent this year. You got to give him credit, man. I mean, after they completely burned him out on the way to the World Series with the Nats, where he pitched, I think, like every game, every day for like a month. They just brought him in the bullpen and brought him in. Completely blew his arm out at that particular point. It has always been fade Patrick Corbin Day every time we've seen him out on the mound, but he's actually been very serviceable here this season. But Bassett has been a hot mess. Corbin at some point is going to turn into a pumpkin, and we know this. And oh yeah, by the way, both of these two teams finally have figured out how to hit the ball. And that's kind of where I looked at this game, is I'm going, all right, Blue Jays have been good. They just completed a 4-2 homestand here. They just beat the Marlins on Wednesday, right? Yesterday afternoon. Now, all of a sudden, here you got Corbin on the mound. The O's are crushing the ball again now, like we thought they might. So Gunnar Henderson is finally starting to swing the bat. I'm looking at an over. I don't know. At 8.5 here as the total. I'm expecting maybe a few home runs, but I am absolutely, especially with the bullpens, I think I am looking for an over here more than trying to figure out which side is the better way to look.
Yeah, I mean, the Orioles could hit overs by themselves if they continue what they did on
Crushing
Wednesday's
it.
match. This is going to be a 4-game set. I would assume you're going to see a lot of runs in this 4-game set. That's just a hunch that I have here, Joe. So we will see. But let's talk Cubs and Pittsburgh Pirates here as well. They're wrapping up a series here. Cubs with a big win yesterday. But now you got Skeens up to the mound. Cy Young Skeens. Everyone wants to back the Pirates. That's what the price is saying here, as Colin, don't call me diarrhea, is up on the mound opposing him. Joe, how are you looking to bet this one?
So, yeah, what is this? I think this is the final of a 4-game set here, right? But listen, the Cubs finally won a game last night, right? They took a 10-game losing streak. And you guys know how this works. You get teams like the Cubs who, prior to this 10-game losing streak, a lot of people said, wow, here we go. It's it's a 90-win Cubs season. They're going to run away with the Central. And then they just hit a brick wall here. This is a very good Cubs team. It's a very good hitting Cubs team. The bullpen is very good. Colin Ray he's a middle rotation, back end of the rotation guy. He's nothing great. But it's not like the Pirates are, a 350 hitting club here. It's either home run or bust for them at this particular point. When you have a team like the Cubs that loses 10 games and then all of a sudden wins a game, you know what happens? It usually tends to swing the other way. They finally got that W, they can exhale, and now all of a sudden they start rattling off a few more wins. Paul Skeens is Paul Skeens, but it's not like he's been unhittable, Paul Skeens. He's had a last couple of rounds. He's given up some runs here, man. He's not, when he's on, he's great. When he's not, it's been rough here. And the Cubs right now, I think this game is going to be decided in the bullpens. And if that's the case, one bullpen is a million miles ahead of the other bullpen, and that's the Cubs bullpen. So I think all the value is in the Cubs here tonight in this one. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game, but ultimately I think the bullpens are going to decide it. And I'll take the Cubs bullpen and watch them get back-to-back wins at plus money here tonight over Paul Skeens.
Boom. Great stuff from Joe. The chat's loving you. The OG hater dropping that he's loving the insight on that game. You can really love the insight grabbing that 5% or WT.buzz /JR. Joe, keep cashing those tickets, brother. Always great when we have you on, man.
Well, I got to get this game in before 1 o'clock, I believe. There's the Twins. Yeah, the Twins, whenever they play some sort of sock on a Thursday before 1, I got to get that play in. So best of luck with you guys.
Big time. Appreciate it. WT.buzz /JR. Grab that 5% or don't miss out. 5-1 run on those, Andy.
Couple comments. Dylan Harper over 15.5 PRA. Spurs first quarter -1.5. Spurs -3.5. Shea under 30.5. So I built this on DraftKings plus 550. I'm not a fan. I try and keep my same game parlays to 2 or 3 legs, 3 legs at the most. So for me, that's too many legs. And also those are the numbers. Those aren't alt lines. I try and focus on the alt lines. That you need to get a lot better than plus 550 to get 4 props and quarter and half plays right in one game.
Yeah.
That's a very hard task. That's a criminal price on that one. So if you want to play it just to have something to root for tonight, you're playing it low where you don't miss it. But I don't like the price on that play. For fun, yeah, go for it. To build your bankroll, I would pass. And then this is an interesting one. Of a future on Vegas at 9-1 and 11-1, 2 units to pick up 20 units. How do I hedge correctly? You're in a tough spot. The reason you're in a tough spot is because I'm looking at the champion, and the Canadians are like, 300-1, but the Hurricanes are minus 145. If you try and hedge now, there is a chance the Hurricanes don't make it to the finals, but they probably are. But it's not a certainty. When you're hedging, you want certainty. And the Hurricanes, what are they going to be if they advance? What are they be? Minus 200?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You're in a tough spot. So if you're gonna end up hedging, you're gonna end up having to put like 10 units on the Hurricanes at minus 200. That way you're guaranteed a 5 or a 10 unit profit. You could roll the dice and maybe like Vegas steals game 1 and you get a better number, but you're in a tough spot. It's a really great bet because you got 9-1, 11-1, and now it's plus 130. So you're in a great spot, but you're gonna have to wait. I think you're gonna have to wait and see what the price is if Carolina advances. So it's like you made a great bet and now you got a tough spot to try and figure out a way to hedge it. But you got to do it the right way, and you have to wait until the series between the Hurricanes and the Canadians are finished. So that's my advice.
I think you nailed it.
All right, let's do all around the world. I don't think I have anything else. All right, we got a couple plays tonight. The Darts Premier League Championship is today. I think you can do the Luke parlay. Here's why. In the format in the regular season, it's just first to 6. So first to win 6 games. A lot can happen. Anything can happen. It's first to 10 now. So these games are longer. The better player reveals themselves. And Luke Littler, I think he's lost. It's either like once or twice in formats where it's over 10. He's like, you can't beat him 10 times in a row. So you can put Littler with that. And then Luke Humphreys is Johnny Clayton started off the Premier League great, and he's kind of slowed down. I didn't look to see how he did the last couple weeks, but he definitely peaked a little bit too early. So Humphreys is a pretty big favorite. I would expect that we see a Luke championship match. So you parlay those together, it's minus 122. And I got to run this play by you, Dan. I don't get it. Rangers and Astros. Rangers under 1.5 first 5 innings. They're plus 114. They're facing Arrighetti, who's been lights out. In 7 starts, only 1 game has he allowed over 1.5 earned runs. Like the guy has been insane. But here's the other part that I bring up. Sale is pitching today. All right. So he's going up against the Red Sox. The Red Sox under 1.5 first 5 is minus 154. Don't you have 2 aces? And the Rangers are 24th in runs scored per game. Why such a big difference on 2 aces on the same line? I know it's different games, but it doesn't make any sense. Maybe I'm the sucker here, but I like the Rangers under 1.5.
Yeah, it makes a heck of a lot of sense to me, man.
Yeah, that might have to be a client play. I might have to put that thing in. So,
right.
All right, those. Yeah. It just the number feels off when they're going up against an 8. We talked about it with Sanchez yesterday. I mean, he was insane again.
Exactly.
Unhittable.
Exactly. He set a record in Phillies history for most consecutive, complete and no run innings. I think it was like something that was held since like 1928, something like that. So some crazy new record set. And yeah, he just keeps dicing, man.
He's probably going to extend it. doesn't look like he's showing any signs
Exactly.
of slowing down. So
Exactly.
build that thing out. So, all right, that is going to do it for us. Thanks so much, guys. We got a lot of really good plays up at Wager Talk. The 5% UFC play. You got an NBA and WNBA pack that is up tonight. Playoff run is going really, really good. We got a cricket play that goes tomorrow. Dan has a lacrosse play. Any tennis plays we have. We'll probably have a couple more tennis plays in the doubles. The doubles, they don't play as long as matches, and it's not as you don't use as much energy in doubles. So I don't really worry too much about any players getting tired. So I think we've got better lines in that. So thanks very much, guys. Good luck on all your bets, and we'll see everyone tomorrow to get you ready for the weekend. Take care.